Bam, 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 bam. Double header time, double header time, double header Yomi time. We got Caralad versus Variable for our first match, first set, a salary cap, and then there's gonna be Johnny D versus Knife Fight afterwards. This will be exciting. Let's see what happens. I think Caralad. Explained the matchups before. Yeah, the first one's gonna be Midori versus Lum, Gloria versus Geiger's the next, Drock versus Quinns, Minalka versus Gloria, and Setsuki versus Minalka. Okay. Oh, they're both playing Minalka. Interesting. Okay, yeah. So, funny enough, Caralad versus Variable was arranged for the same time as Johnny D versus Knife Fight, but since everyone's here, we're just gonna play this set out first and then head over to Johnny D's match right after. How exciting! Okay, okay. So Midori versus Lum is pretty much I'm of the opinion that Lum versus grapplers on the grappler side is not so bad because grapplers can block for a lot of cards and Lum's throws suck. So, yeah, Carolad got first turn thrown, but it's not a big deal. I think Lum's only really bad against Trock because Trock's blocks discard, right? And Lum has fast recurring attacks. Like Trock has the same problem that he has versus Jaina. But against Rook and Midori, who don't have to discard or attach blocks, they get to build up a pretty big hand if Lum just mindlessly spams. So, Midori does have to worry about this though. This special ace dodge, Midori has to worry about that because Dragon Tax will run right into it. Interesting that Variable played ace dodge early. I'm not sure why he did it. I've been sure Kali revealed the Q a turn before, but seems like that's an overly hard read on Variable's part on him playing another attack. Nice throw. Gets knocked down. Blocking with a 7 might indicate no better blocks. But then again, as Lum, you would rather block with a 7 or blocking with a 10, for example. Wow, the gang's all here. Speaking of 10 block, Variable's getting all his valuable cards thrown. His valuable abilities. That isn't good. If he's forced to block with us, it might be indication, that he has a crappy hand. Yeah, I mean he did reveal a K earlier. Not the best face card reveal for Lum. At 3.0 speed is a bit slow. Jack is pretty much strictly the superior reveal. K is mostly good for an ender. Okay, Variable still keeps on blocking though, risking his other 10. Oh, I did not flush my toilet properly. 1 second. Yeah, my toilet has a problem where the water just keeps on running and running if you don't flush properly. Variable found another block on his 5, but that immediately gets thrown. Variable's not having a good day with his blocks. I mean, Variable has only attacked twice and just gotten manhandled the other times. Okay, the Leontes tech. 9 throw. I like it too. I mean, if you have the read on block, then that's a pretty good thing to go for. I mean, any throw works when you have the read on block. And we called it the Leontes tech because Leontes was a Midori player that was willing to go with 9 and 10 throws as a read or as a value trap where he throws with a 9 and then throws with a faster throw afterwards. Yeah, value trap fail. Gets a hit in the face with a 6. I think you don't follow it up, but Variable does anyway because he got face cards. Guess to keep them, so he's fine with that. So now Midori's sitting pretty at 12 cards. Actually has a hand size advantage over Lum, which is good. And life lead as well. Alright, Variable seems to have found his good attacks. Found the J. Gets to keep it as well. Good for him. Interesting. Powering up 2 dodges for an ace. At least, that's almost half of his dodges gone, but you know. The nice thing about ace attack is that it's 1.2, so it does beat J reveal. Loses to any of Lum's reversals though. Caralad has to worry about those 2 Qs the Variable still has saved up. Ooh. Surprise random ace dodge is effective. Deals 14 damage. Interesting Q reveal. I guess he didn't want to play AA. Because the Q, unfortunately, even when you rotate to the faster side at 0.6, Lum's Q is still 0.4 and the fastest thing in the matchup. Yeah, there's one of them. I had to worry about the other 3 lurking. Okay. Powers up only once, so could have 4 aces. We'll see how patient Caralad can be at full hand. Might have to do the rook tech of blocking at full hand constantly because you don't have any dodges. Okay. Does get hit by Q. Variable has 2 of them. And gets to keep both. Maybe Caralad wished he had dodges right now. Because Q reveals are just so safe. Especially when the opponent has not much to gain from it. Oh my goodness. Extra juice. Oh, I think 910 JK. Actually, yeah. Do those pumps have any significance? No, they did not. I thought he was trying to go for some poke flourish setup. Sorry, Caralad. No twos for you. You're gonna have to suffer under Midori draws. The juice into the flourish. He was saving one of his tens sufficiently protected. Caralad has to hope for a bust or. Ooh. Gets Exaxes into lethal. Powerful Panda gets the Exaxes lethal. And Variable takes game one. Not much you could do there. I mean, the only way you could have survived was not getting hit by extra juice. But I mean, that's hard to do when your opponent has unbeatable 0.4 attacks. So yeah, that concludes game one. It was going well for Kerala at first, but Lum damage and Lum endgame really just did a number on him there. So now we move to game two. Kerala playing Gloria and Variable playing Geiger. This matchup, I think the comp could assess it as matchup's kind of even, just because Gloria can accelerate into endgame in a way that Geiger doesn't like. And Gloria has a lot of 2.2s, which Geiger doesn't like. But you know, Geiger can do Geiger things and just win. Also, Geiger just has to focus on winning combats and not letting Gloria overdose too fast. And of course, Geiger has the almighty trump card, Cycloid Revolution, to trump anything Gloria does offensively. That can be a decent source of burst. Interesting that Caralad's going for a very offensive opening. The K and the 2. Don't know what he's trying to fish for. Maybe, I know the first was to fish for maybe a J or something. But a 2 attack, I guess. Maybe he's going for trying to duff a throw, landing a straight, something like that. Or just letting Geiger build a nice hand. J comes out the right time for Variable. 4 of hearts will get thrown. Not a big deal for Caralad. Yeah, also a nice thing about Gloria is that she has a lot of dodges as well. I think 4 ranks, yeah. So she can avoid some time spiral setups. Okay. Surprise Sun and Moon. Was that the long con setup? The long con Sun and Moon setup, really? Does he have the 4 face as well? No. No, he just okay. Shows it to me. He's just gonna healing touch for the Ace of Hearts, I think, yeah. Okay, Kayla has life lead now. Surprise Sun and Moon did. I think that would have hit. That would have hit almost anyone. But it would have been unfortunate if Variable sniped it with K or something. Or just block, even. That would have been a very big blow to Caralad. If Variable just blocked it out. So Gloria's healing screen is set up. Of course, she still has to worry about um, time stop, getting rid of healing sphere. But she has a lot of fast pokes to beat spirals in general, so not as big of an issue as you would think. Ooh, that was a very smart K. Of course, King. I forgot. I didn't. In fact, I forgot to mention that. You know, Gloria has to really worry about King because knockdown is enough to dislodge Healing Sphere. Why does King have knockdown? Who knows? Geiger's so good already, he doesn't need a 0.2 speed knockdown, but he does. Now Caralad's kind of in trouble here now. The Healing Sphere dislodged, only have 4 cards. He's just gonna have to win combat. And Variable's getting so many free blocks. I think until Caralad represents throw, Variable is pretty comfortable just playing attack block range. Carolad's playing his cards fast. Carolad might just... Ooh! Big 10 throw. Honestly, I thought Variable would just toss out a spiral there, but raw throw certainly works. Now the Carolad has life. Not only is behind on life, but he's way behind on cards. It's gonna be tough. Oof. And the cross up. Carolad's just pretty much exhausted all his tools. 2 Qs spent. Luckily Variable doesn't have anything off of that too. Except for just a normal draw. If Variable had another K he could follow it with, that would be pretty devastating. Variable can kind of play pretty comfortably offensively if he wants to, and just whittle away at Gloria's health. But Carolad gets a K. He is saved. Gets to activate Overdose and get some cards. Interesting that Variable played the 8th throw there. Variable's hand must be a bit weird. They just play raw throws like that, no spirals or anything. Must have a kind of weird hand. Carolad's thinking about using Healing Touch, but there's such a strain on his already small hand. Caralad is still winnable for Caralad now that he's got an overdose off. He just has to really, really watch out, get the RPS right, and don't die to don't get checkmated. Because a low hand Geiger can and will checkmate you and kill you, especially with temporal distortion. Luckily for Caralad, Variable has not drawn temporal distortion yet, nor has Variable powered up. He's just sort of sitting at 11 unknown cards. And these two crossups are finding their mark. A Geiger Spaghetti. I like it. And now Caralad can't even overdose until he heals. Tragedy. And Variable has found the TD. This is bad news for Caralad. He's got to get something, a dodge or a fast attack, or just a hard read. Okay, he tried for the hard read with a throw. Clashes with Geiger's. Nice thing is that Geiger has slow throws at 0.8 speed, so Gloria can kind of contest those. Could take a hell of a comeback, especially since Caralad. Yeah, Caralad also blew. Dodge there. Carolina has two aces in the discard. You know, with blew a lot of them on Sun and Moon. So he is lacking burst damage as well to make a comeback. Carolina just has to win RPS a lot and heal and get cards. It's difficult. Possible, but it's difficult. Okay. Well-timed goal burst there. Needed that desperately. And now at least he has Sun and Moon. Or, okay. Don't know about that actually. Don't know if pitching an ace is worth it. Triple aces, 29 damage. Is enough to pretty much even the life totals. I don't know. Tough call. I can see why he healed for the 7 to get above 10 HP. But at the same time, I don't know if it was worth pitching an ace. Also, Goldbergs don't break temporal distortion, which fucking sucks. Like, come on. Come on, Sterling. Wow. Huge combat win for Caralad. Gets the 7th throw and gets rid of a TD. That's super huge. Now suddenly it's like a lot more winnable for Caralad. Okay, finally variables powering up for an ace. Maybe he should have done that earlier, but he's doing it now. Awkward power-ups though, powering up 2 J's for an ace. So variable's hand was just, like I mentioned, it was just pretty weird. Caralad respects the cycloid. This is a pure 50-50. Unless, of course, Caralad is a lucker and just, draws another joker. That works too. Goldberg's obviously so strong there. Because gold bursting when enemies knocked down is just very safe. Because they can't kill you. They can't kill you for doing that. Because, um, dodging standing jokers is a lot more scary because the opponent can just dodge and punish you. But when the opponent's knocked down, they can only just block it. And if your gold burst messes up, you're still okay. Uh-oh. I hope that 4 wasn't accidental. Okay, good blue burst. Because that pump, yeah, if that pump went off, that would have been 13 damage, putting variable below 10 HP, and that would have been a win for Carolad. Wow. It all comes down to this. What the hell? Carolad's making a comeback. He's pretty good at making comebacks, I will say. But those gold bursts certainly helped him a lot. Okay. R&Ds for 4 cards. If variable found the Joker, fast attack with Joker protection is a very good play. Oh man, these 7-throw clashes really. Just gonna 7-throw is, I mean 7 of hearts is so good for Gloria. Just threatening fast throw or dodge is just, it's just OP, man. And Variable's always forced to guess. And he's running out of throws. 3 4s, 3 7s in this card, couple 8s. I don't know. Hard for Variable. Ah, okay. Closes out with the Cycloid. He's been saving. Finally just lets it rip. Game 2 goes to Variable as well. That was really close. Caralad almost came back from pretty brutal down, pretty brutal deficit, thanks to a couple of goal bursts, but still, Variable wins it out in the end. Nice thing for Caralad though is he's going to get an advantage matchup now. What was the first one again? I forget the first match. Midori versus Lum. Yeah, so Caralad got a disadvantage matchup, followed by an even matchup. And now he gets a favorable one. Quins versus Trock. And what makes this favorable? K-Spin just by virtue not being as good against grapplers. And Trock has War Stomp. Those are basically the two big things. War Stomp makes spins. War Stomp just allows Trock to get off free. Oh, that's surprising that he played the 4. Played the 4 into no follow-up. Interesting. But anyway, War Stomp allows Trock to get out spins for free by just War Stomping it and playing a fast attack. Or allows Trock to just mix Quince up instead, since Quince is knocked down. But yeah, otherwise I think this matchup's okay. Oh, come on, Variable. You're getting smacked by these normals. Ah, that's big value. Big damage. An ace. 6, 7, 8. Probably one of the best straights in the game. Bad start for Variable, but you know, he's Quince. He can make a comeback. Well-timed Patriot Mirror. Caralad thought Variable would just down back after those 2 failed throw attempts, but guess wrong. And now Variable gets to spin. Good thing about War Stomp is that Trock cannot play War Stomp when he's knocked down. Ooh, taxes attack and reveals K-Spin. Attack tax is just a really strong tax in general when the opponent is knocked down, because the threat of cross-up just becomes super real. And backed up by K-Spin, it makes them doubly wary of playing Wake Up attack. Yeah, Variable does get the cross-up. Nice. Tiny little 3 poke. Not a lot of value, but you know, at least gets normal draw and gets to keep the K-Spin. Caralad does not play War Stomp. Maybe he doesn't have it. And now the mind game begins, where Variable played 3 attacks, so that indicates that his attack value is crap. Oh no. Reveals the wrong side of K, but you know, at least he gets the combat win. Doesn't get a draw of it, but he still gets the win and the spin. Or in this case, the patron mirror. Nice, two truths. He needed that. I think those piles are fine. Maybe K with a 7, I think. Maybe would have been better. Ooh. Dodge throw patron mirror. Kind of risky. Kind of risky against grapplers just because they have so many throws to beat it. But Caralad didn't think he would do it. Caralad went for the even block. I think maybe making a real hard read that he has a 6. Didn't pan out for him. Now Variable. So far he's been an honest man. I think maybe you do kind of play Casement honestly here. Yeah, baits out the Eagle Totem. That's a huge comment win for Variable. Playing raw Eagle Totem there. I don't know if that was the right choice to make from Caralad. Maybe it would have been better if it was if he could hit confirm it with a normal or something. Because now a huge source of damage has been lost. Caralad really didn't think that he would play Casement honestly, but I thought that was a good choice because, ooh, okay. Variable try to get some squeak out a little bit of damage and get more value out of J-Spin there, but didn't. But gets counter thrown instead. But yeah, as I would say, I like the honest K-Spin because um, just for the fact that it's a very viable strategy for Chalk just to spam fast attacks until you run out of fuel. Variable gets a good block off as well. So now, Variable was low on hand. It's been kind of remedied. So about even hands, and Variable has a small life lead. It's anyone's game here, really. Caralad maybe trying to get 2 blocks attached so he can activate Beast Unleashed. Two truths are showing up. Pretty good piles. One pile is damage and a 10. The other pile is cards and a nice spin. Both sides have to be very careful. I think Caralad, especially now that Variable has refueled his hand. Yeah. Carolad's sticky to down backing. Wants to get a block attached. Wants to get cards as well. A delicate dance that Quince has to play against grapplers. Both sides, both grapplers and Quince both have slow attacks. So it kind of becomes a standoff, block, throw duffs, etc. Draw, draw in all the faces. Yeah, Trock's Q is not that important in this matchup, unless Quince is threatening consent. Oh. Oh. He had another Eagle Totem. He had 3 Silent Aces. Actually, I don't know if I'm supposed to say that. Does that really give anything away? No. I don't feel like that gives anything away after they've already been played. Okay. Hashtag good draws. Good face down. Just didn't want to take any more damage. Caralad getting the aces. The variable getting the... Oh. Guess the Joker on top of the 2 truths. Yeah. Yeah, I think those piles are good. Joker is just such a valuable card that you would just put the Joker and a random card is a good... Joker and random card in 1 pile is good. So, Joker's probably on 2 truths is just like a... Hard to say whether it's a blessing or a curse. But it's one of those things where it's like... It makes your other pile... It makes both of your piles super good. But... In all likelihood, you'll lose your Joker. So it's hard to say whether it's a bad or a good thing. There are some situations where it's like, damn it, I really need a Joker. Please don't have it pop on 2 truths. Fortunately for Variable, Caralad does not have War Stomps on deck. Because if he did, he would have definitely played them. Instead, has a regular dodge, which will help stop Variable from spinning with J. I can respect the honesty for Variable. Plays just to doesn't want to take a big risk and throw there and eat 18 damage in return or something like that. Yeah, the max damage Troll can do off of a throw is 18 with 1 Giant Growth. Throw into 8s. Nice Patron Mirror. Carolina looking for a big normal from Quince. Or a throw. Carolina refueling, but might not even get a chance to use it. Now Patron Mirror becomes... This is a very, very dangerous mix-up that Carolina is put in now. Flagstone taxing block. Okay, I like that. In this kind of late game situation, I really like that block. Because blocking is the safest way to get out of I should say this. Blocking is the best way to get out of a mix-up at this stage of the game, other than attacking into Blue Burst. But since Caralad doesn't seem to find his Joker, Caralad just has to be very, very correct. And indeed, Caralad is correct. Guesses correctly, doesn't get hit. But unfortunately, Quince drew 2 cards out of it. And doesn't even have to attack into that block. He could just let it go, prevent Caralad from attaching 2 blocks. Blackstone tax attack here. See how much Caralad just disrespects it and plays Eagle Totem. It's very likely. It's not like you care about Quince getting cards. You just care about killing him because you have to. But gets baited. Attacks into the dodge. And Caralad, yeah. Caralad got lucky with the ace draws, but not so lucky with the war stomps and the jokers. And nice. Variable closes the game out. Closes the set out, rather, in 3-0 fashion. Very nice. Close games, though. Very close games. Midori versus Lum. Caralad was in the lead until Variable took it, slipped the rug from underneath him. Caralad almost made a comeback in Glory versus Geiger. And Trock versus Quincy just a very closely contested game overall. But yeah, no jokers is unfortunate for Caralad, but you can't draw them all. Sometimes sometimes they just don't show. Caralad drawn about half of his deck and didn't see him, which can happen. No Qs. Qs. To be fair, Qs are not a factor against Quince usually, unless consent is available. Yeah, just Warstorm is a pretty key tool in this matchup for Trock, but did not find them. I think Carolad's draws against almost any other character would have been great. But against Quince, it's just like, oh man, I can't get out of his mix-ups for free. I can't attack into dodges and get out of mix-ups for free. Crap. Yep, but GG's. Well played to Variable. And we'll go over now to Johnny D versus Knife Fight, because this is a double feature. And the matches will just keep coming. Let me start a new recording. Thanks for watching.